Following widespread condemnation by well-meaning Nigerians of the invasion of the Lagos State House of Assembly complex by the SSS, the State Security Service have now released a statement denying ever invading the House of Assembly. In order to support their claim, they are brandishing this letter written to them by the Lagos State House of Assembly. In this letter, you can see that the Lagos State House of Assembly requested the beefing up of security by the SSS because the former speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, said that he will enter the house on the 18th of February and that he will be entering the house as the speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. To that effect, the house requested them to beef up security starting from the 16th. But going by the contents of the letter and comparing it to the actions of their men at the Lagos State House of Assembly, it is completely in contrast to what they were told to do. The House requested the SSS to beef up security at the Lagos State House of Assembly complex, and when they arrived, they barricaded everywhere, even preventing the speaker from entering the house. If not for the resistance of staff members, they kept chanting and resisting and never let go. The speaker wouldn't have gained access to the House of Assembly. At a time, she was overcome by emotions because of the overwhelming support she received from the staff members. So it doesn't look like they're saying the truth. This letter they are brandishing is just a cover for their actions. Even after the speaker gained access and they were already on plenary, they still stormed the main auditorium. Look at these scenes. What were they looking for in the main auditorium? The same house that requested them to beef up security. The security should be at the exterior of the house, preventing intruders or troublemakers from gaining access. People that are already inside the house, sitting in a plenary, you still storm that plenary and want to prevent them from sitting. It doesn't make any sense all they are saying. It's so disappointing what the once revered SSS has been turned into. Their operatives now operate like political thugs. Look at these disgraceful scenes, struggling with house members and staff members to gain access to the house floor. What are they doing? How can they reduce their operatives to this level? Back in the day, just hearing the name SSS will send shivers down the spine of anyone. Because back in the day, before the SSS comes for anyone, they have figured out everything, they have all the intelligence. In fact, they were so professional. At that time, they were the most professional security agents in Nigeria. But today, they've been reduced to thugs. Everywhere they are involved in anything, look at what they did in Kanu when the former director BT was still in charge. Now look at what they are doing here. How can the revered SSS be involved in political thuggery? You see, there's no excuse whatsoever to justify what they did. Forget about what Nigerians always say, that theirs is to obey the last order. Whether military, police, any paramilitary agency, that theirs is to obey the last order. But no, the constitution actually allows them to disobey illegal orders. Yes, even if the man at the very top called the state director on phone and told him, hey, go and do this job for me at the State House of Assembly, he has the right under the law to disobey that order. It is an illegal order. There's no court order, there's nothing. They just want to use you because you are a state agency, that people will be afraid when they see you. They will push you to go and seal up the house. You have a right to disobey that order. Yes, if they sack you or transfer you to another state, you either go to that state or you resign. Yes, if you truly want to uphold the law, you should be proud to resign. Resign and write a book and expose everyone, including that Oga that gave you the order. Yes, that's how it's done. In fact, in many countries, when people are being given illegal orders, they try to put it on record so as to save their own selves. Because when it blows up in the faces of everyone, the person giving you that illegal order might deny that he never told you that. So once this kind of thing comes, they always try to record the event, record that order from that person. When they were telling you, go and do this, go and do that, record also your own response to them. Hey, we can't get involved in this. Even if there's a court order, it's not the job of the SSS to execute. It is the job of the police. Exonerate yourself if you are a professional. But we all know what is going on today. They are not professional in their jobs. They are motivated by what they can gain, not to uphold the law or to do all the right things using their positions. One more observation is that after watching all the videos floating on the internet about this event, you will notice that the sequence of events. There was first the time when the speaker was denied access. This is a particular scene. She eventually gained access and they started sitting in the house. In fact, the house members started eulogizing her. They passed a vote of confidence in her, and all of a sudden again you see things like this. So it means that they first prevented her from getting access, and eventually she gained access. They were overpowered, so to speak, and maybe someone called them again and told them, hey, storm that plenary, prevent them from sitting, pack everyone out and seal the place. That was why they invaded again the plenary. So it was two stages. They prevented them from getting access. When that failed, they succumbed to pressure. They were instructed again to move into the main house and stop the plenary. As you can see here, maybe the speaker was thinking about all that. That was why she was overcome with emotions. Politics is not for the faint-hearted. She should be strong since she has the backing of 32 members of the House. For the moment, so to speak, because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. Maybe when they receive calls, they might turn against her. This is Lagos, this is APC. This is why many people are indifferent about the whole thing, because they see all of them as the same. These are the people that stood by in 2020 during the NSAS. They never said anything. They never backed the masses. So that's why many people are not interested in what is going on in the Lagos House of Assembly. But this is the time people should join them and fight. Once you are for good governance, you must defend that good governance no matter who is involved. Yes, politics might be tribal, but at this time, people should speak up. Where are Lagos women? Where are the so-called indigenous Lagos women? They should rise up and back their fellow woman and demand that the right thing be done. There is separation of powers. No court of law can order the security agencies to invade the House floor. To do what exactly? If the court has a problem with any individual, any House member, they can order the arrest of the person, not to invade plenary. Now, let's see the statement by Rhodes-Vivour, the former LP governorship candidate in 2023. He is the main opposition in Lagos State. Writing on his verified X handle, he said, reports of armed SSS officials storming and sealing the office of the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mojisola, and the alleged militarization of the Assembly complex at Alausa are deeply troubling. This brazen display of force at our state's legislative chamber represents a dangerous assault on democratic institutions and the principle of separation of powers. The deployment of security forces to intimidate elected representatives and interfere with legislative functions is reminiscent of our dark days under military rule and has no place in a democratic society. The Lagos State House of Assembly is the people's house, a symbol of our democratic values and aspirations. All well-meaning Lagosians must resist any attempt to undermine their independence through intimidation tactics. Therefore, I call for the immediate withdrawal of SSS operatives from the Assembly complex and demand a full public explanation of the legal basis for this action. Without respect for established democratic processes and the independence of the Lagos State House of Assembly, we risk a shameful descent into anarchy. Atiku also condemned the invasion of the Assembly complex by the SSS. Writing on his verified X handle, he said, the viral video of armed security operatives invading the Lagos State House of Assembly is utterly reprehensible and stands condemned. It must be subjected to a full and thorough investigation. It is bewildering that the invading operatives reportedly have a mandate to enforce a leadership change in the House. It is appalling that it is those who claim to have fought for democracy that decided to sanction this crass desecration of the state's foremost legislative body, and by so doing, putting our hard-earned democracy in jeopardy. This act is an attack on the sanctity of democracy and a landmark of indignity to the Nigerian electorate, especially the people of Lagos. Whatever may have caused the leadership crisis in the Lagos State House of Assembly is an undercurrent that is not abnormal in a system of democracy. The purported invitation of armed security operatives for a conflict resolution in a parliament is an anathema that should be frowned upon and interrogated with all sense of urgency. Tinubu should focus on bringing Nigeria out of the mess he plunged the country into, rather than interfering in the state matters. You see, many people are indifferent. They are looking by the side. Some are saying, bring your popcorn. There's an implosion happening in Lagos. But this is actually where the opposition must capitalize. Look at what they did in 2012, 2013 before they came to power. Opposition cannot just stand by and say, no, we'll be watching them do this, we will again. No, this is time to capitalize and go to the press, make sure all the major opposition figures are seen, grant interviews, condemn the actions of the SSS and the ruling party, make sure this news continues to trend for 1 week, 2 weeks, as long as you can stretch it. This is how to capitalize as opposition members. We cannot just stand by and preach with one voice and say, we need good governance, and watch people desecrating our democracy, even if the democracy is not working. But at least we must make sure that we always speak up. Thanks for watching.